So, what is the number one secret to fix a broken marriage? Stop blaming your spouse. It's not your spouse's fault. It also isn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. You just are in a relationship in a certain way. You see, the basic fallacy is that when you get married, you're two halves of this one whole, so that one spouse is responsible for the other spouse's happiness? Are you kidding? You alone are responsible for your happiness, which means you alone create your unhappiness. And the same is true for your spouse. But in our society, in our world, we're taught to go all gaga in the early stages of love, and then after we've been with somebody in a relationship for a while, we stop seeing all the wonderful things that cause us to fall in love with the other person. And instead, we see everything that's wrong and everything that's missing. And everything that's wrong and missing gets bigger and bigger every day until we find ourselves so unhappy, until we're either not talking to each other or fighting a lot. It's because we're expecting the other person to be somebody who they probably never were. You take care of you. And don't expect your spouse to change for you. That's not fair. Just like your spouse is responsible for taking care of himself or herself and can't expect you to change to make him or her happy. When you stop blaming and when you recognize the happiness in your world is dependent upon you, I guarantee your spouse will also be happier. If you liked that idea and you're thinking, well, how could it be that simple? Well, it is and it isn't. It's that simple, but how do you do it? We're not taught how to do it. So what I did was I created a CD that takes that secret and 7 more secrets of how to fix a broken marriage and tells you what's going on that you're not aware is going on, that being aware will make the difference that you want to make to save your marriage. Isn't it worth it to you to feel that love that you knew when you said I do? Isn't it worth your happiness?